Hello, hello, Vampire. I'm just gonna give it a minute here, let some peeps jump on. Oh, we have somebody on. Who's gonna be first? Hey, Jesse, Kindle. So excited to get to do this. I'm just gonna give it a couple minutes, let some people hop on here. How's everybody doing tonight? This is so fun. I was so excited about doing this training. So I'm cat sitting at my mom's, and if they jump up in my lap and I yell, that's probably why. Hello, hello, everyone. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. Facebook is telling me that my number is increasing. This is good. Hello, Georgia. Heather. I am in Pennsylvania. It was 40 degrees and horrible today. Rainy, cold, horrible. Hey, Stacy. Hello, everyone. Aw, thanks, Melissa. I'm excited to do it. I don't want to wait too long to get started because I don't want to torture our replay viewers. Oh, Kentucky, Alaska. Where else we got? Hey, everyone. West Virginia. Washington, Michigan, awesome guys. Maryland, I'm about 40 minutes from Maryland. Wisconsin, awesome guys. Minnesota, family in Minnesota. Louisiana, this is awesome. All right, well, I don't want to torture anyone, so we're just going to get rolling. Hopefully people can hop on or watch the replay. For those that don't know, my name is Tia Welsh, and I am a star director on the Dream Team. And well, shout out to my team, Makeup Junkies. They are doing absolutely amazing this month, totally killing it. So stoked. They're doing so awesome. I couldn't ask for a better team. So basically tonight what we're going to talk about is basically having balance in your life and what you can do to achieve that, or just some ideas for you. Basically, the first thing that I wanted to talk to everybody about is there's a simple fact for every single person in life, and that is that there are exactly 1,440 minutes in every single day. And those same minutes are the same minutes that all of the successful people you're watching in life, or that you're inspiring to be like, or that you just watch and learn from, they all have this exact same amount of minutes in their day as you do. Bill Gates, the President of the United States, Michelle, Madison, Jacob, Lindsay Colomb, MK, I mean, me, we all have the exact same amount of minutes in one day. And the point is I think that a lot of people look at those people and they're like, why am I not achieving as much in a day as they are? Or you think you're not, you're thinking that they are accomplishing all of this and have all their stuff together and know exactly what they're doing. And one thing that you need to remember is that that's not the case. One thing that you have to remember is that everybody that seems like they have it all together and that they're doing everything and getting everything done and accomplishing all of this, they're just simply setting priorities. They have a guideline that they're following, and they are making sure that they're on routine with that. Basically, I just want to discuss my life for a little bit and tell you a little bit about what I have going on. For a little while this past year, when I was going for lead director and star director, I was working a part-time job, if you want to call it that, from like 9 to 3, where I was helping a local car dealership bring on this new CRM program and redoing their entire website. Oh, I'm so scared. The cat's gonna knock over my little setup here. Sorry. I was helping them basically do this entire implementation for all of these new programs and stuff that they had going on. And that was from 9 to 3 every day. So I'd get my kids on the bus, I'd go do that. And then my family owns a stamped concrete company. So I run that business from start to finish every day. So answering calls, setting up estimates, doing contract signings, invoicing, taxes, billing, like everything you can think of from top to bottom, I was doing on the phone throughout the day while I was at part-time job 1, doing job 2, and then LimeLight in the middle of all of that. On top of that, having 2 kids. I have 2 daughters, ages 8 and 10. So a lot of my time is taken up by those things. And it's a matter of setting specific priorities and things that really matter to me to make all of that happen, basically. And believe me, it is complete and utter organized chaos in my life. Don't think that me doing all of that means I'm like getting all this stuff done, because it's not how it works. Every day is a challenge, and every day throws something different at me. And just to go a little bit deeper and not to get too personal on you, but a lot of people go through this. So I'm going to touch on it a little bit. About 2 months ago, I ended my 13-year relationship with the father of my kids and decided to move out and move on with my life, because there was a lot of things happening that were not putting me or keeping me in a very happy place. And my kids weren't in a very happy place. So I just felt there was a need to move on from that. So with that said, and this is a perfect example, it took my priorities and just completely shifted and changed everything. So I had to redevelop a new routine, come up with a bunch of stuff that was gonna work for the current schedule and the current lifestyle and everything that I had going on. So everything really changed at that point, and I really had to reevaluate things. I was changing my notes here. So basically, if we go back to everybody having 1,440 minutes in their day, it's how do you fit all of this into those minutes in one day? And the shortened version and the realistic version of it is that you can't. You have to take what's important to you in those times and in those moments and figure out, sorry, the cats are going crazy. Figure out what's most important to you. If you literally took everything that's important to you, let's say you work a 40-hour week and you want to work out, so you have to work out 40 hours a week. And this is to create complete balance in your life. You have to spend 40 hours a week with your kids. You have to spend 40 hours a week for your social life. You have to spend 40 hours a week socializing, which is physically not possible. And I just want people to understand that you can want all of those things, but it's setting the priority of where those things fall that allows you to accomplish them. It's not about balancing your priorities. It's about shifting your priorities to what you need. It's about making your priorities fit your needs. There's 5 areas, and if you guys are taking notes, this is probably a good thing for you to write down. There's 5 areas, sorry, I'm so hot, in your life that you really want to make sure syncs up with your lifestyle. And that is your family, your health, your friendships, and just your life overall. And then making sure that you are efficient in all of those things, and that, oh my gosh, I'm so hot right now, that you are effective in doing all of those things. So it's basically making sure that you have all of those things on track to stay in sync with your life. So how do we accomplish that? First, you have to set your exact priorities and what they are. So you want to make sure that you're writing them down and you're listing them from the order of importance to you, and then revisiting them occasionally. So you want to make sure that when I say occasionally, it's kind of like a thing where you want to make sure that you have that list in front of you. If you have a vision board, maybe you have a list of priorities right beside it. Or if you have like a to-do calendar, you keep that within your calendar for that month. And you're constantly going back to it saying, am I on target to hit all of the goals? And I'm not talking about just business, I'm talking about life. All of my goals for this month. Or maybe you're somebody that sets them for a week, and then for a month, and then for maybe a quarter, 6 months, and a year. You know, you want to have all of those things set out, and so that you can reevaluate them over the course of time. Because, for example, my life, you know, I wasn't expecting 2 months ago to go through that, and it just kind of happened. So I had to literally reevaluate everything. Second is to create a routine in your daily life. So the first one talks more about an overall perspective, and the second one talks more about getting through your daily life. So for instance, I kind of have a schedule that I follow throughout the day, where I know that I get up at 6, from 6 to 8 when I wake my kids up. That's kind of my time where I'm taking a shower, getting ready, having a cup of coffee, really just getting stuff that I know that I need to do for the day. From, 8 to 9, that's when I'm getting my kids ready, making lunches, getting out the door. And then from 9 to 12, let's say, obviously this is going to change, but from 9 to 12, that's when I do all of my family business stuff. And that doesn't mean that I'm not answering messages or text messages that are coming in from a LimeLight perspective. It's just that at that point, working for my family business is my top priority, but I can do a little bit of multitasking at the same time. And then one thing that I know we are all horrible, maybe not all of us, but most of us are really bad at, is making sure that we take time for lunch. And I will be the first to admit that I am horrible at that. But I do try to, either from 12 to 1 or 1 to 2, make sure that that's something that I'm definitely doing. And I know that it's a big factor for a lot of the stuff that we in LimeLight have going on right now with being healthy and being active in your life from a healthy perspective. So I think it's really good to make sure that that's something that you're doing, because if you don't have your health, you don't really have much of anything, so you won't be able to do anything. And then typically after lunch in the afternoon, that's when I go through and take care of a lot of my LimeLight stuff. And I kind of have another routine that I set up where throughout Monday I take care of certain things, and then you have follow-up Friday, like setting up a schedule for yourself with your business and what's important for you to take care of in those days, to make sure that you're getting the things in your business that you need done. Lindsay calls it, you know, do a power hour sometimes. So I kind of fit all of the stuff that I need to do within 3 hours, and making sure that I'm getting everything that maybe I missed earlier in the day when I was working on a different priority, that I get those things taken care of. And then the afternoon typically consists of my kids, dinner, sports, moving back and forth between all of that. And again, it doesn't mean that you can't answer an email or take care of something else. It just means that your focus primarily is on those things that are important to you. I think that it's just so important for you to take a look at your life and figure out where those avenues fall for you, because everybody's going to be completely different. Let's see, what am I missing? One of the biggest aspects of this training, I think, is to remind everybody that you're not going to get it all done in one day. If there's a day that you failed at getting everything done that you wanted to, you have to remember that there is always tomorrow, and ask somebody for help. You know, like if you have an upline or a teammate or a husband or a boyfriend or a mom, or, you know, whatever you have going on in your life, make sure that if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling like you have too much going on, that you're asking somebody for help. And that doesn't make it that you failed at doing anything. It just makes it that you're human. I think it's important to remember that the world keeps going and life keeps going no matter what happens. So knowing that you didn't get that last load of laundry done, or you totally forgot to take your kid to soccer practice or dance practice or whatever practice, doesn't make you the worst mom in the world or the worst wife in the world. Or if you didn't respond to all your LimeLight emails today, nothing is going to change that. There is tomorrow. You will wake up tomorrow and you will continue on with your day and you will keep going. So you never ever need to feel guilty or unworthy or like you don't deserve that promotion because there was that one day this month that you didn't get stuff taken care of. It doesn't work like that. And the other thing too that I want to remind people of is, if you get all of your stuff done that you had on your schedule for that day, don't put anything else in your schedule. Like, take that night off and go sit with your kids, or go on a date with your husband, or sit there and watch your favorite show. I don't know, do something, go get your nails done, or I don't know. Do something that is for you, something that's gonna make you happy. I think it's really important because, and especially women, I know this is a huge thing for me. I feel like if I got something done, I'm like, oh, well, I have a whole other hour. I can do this, and that, and the other thing, because we multitask and we keep going and we just keep rocking it. So it's one of those things where I think we put a lot on our plate and a lot on our shoulders, and I think it's important to take those moments and just stop, just relax for a minute, breathe, let yourself completely enjoy life. What else? Let's say that there should be non-negotiables for you when you're setting your goals on your priority list. And they're going to be different for everybody, like we already said. Maybe it's, I'm going to leave work by 6 o'clock every day, no matter what. There's nothing anybody can tell me about it. I'm going to work out for 30 minutes every day, no matter what. I am going to be there to tuck my kids in for bed every single night, no matter what. You know, there has to be non-negotiables for you that you are absolutely not going to go back on. And those have to be your top priorities and your highest things in life that mean the most to you. What else? There's always going to be tensions. There are always going to be things that are going to feel like they're pulling you backwards. There's always, just like me breaking up with my fiance, you know, that was a huge setback in my life. But at the same time, once you get through that and once you keep moving through that, you're actually farther ahead than what you thought you were set back. So I think taking the time to remember that there's no magic pill that is going to make everything perfect, and realizing that things that go on in your life are just things that are making you stronger, and it's how you get through those things that actually matters. So there's always going to be something to throw you off course. There's always going to be a moment where you have to reestablish your priorities and go back at it again and decide, is this the moment where I change those things, or do we just keep on trucking and make our way through this? Be clear on what is most important to you. Be clear on your priorities. Make sure that you're setting your list. Make sure that you're making a schedule. If, you know, things in your life are changing and you're getting to a point where you're not sure, those are your reevaluation moments. Don't let mistakes or things that have thrown you off take you entirely off course. And I think that's another mistake that a lot of people make, is that, you know, from a business perspective, LimeLight, you know, you didn't get that last sale that got you that promotion, that would have gotten you that promotion. It doesn't mean that you stop working your business at that point. It means that you go harder at it next month. You know, if you miss taking your kid to dance class, you just take them to dance class next time and say, hey, I'm a mom, I'm sorry, I'm human, like, I forgot. You know, it's one of those things in life where you have to remember that it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be struggles, there's always going to be stuff. So it's moving past those things and remembering that you are worth everything that you want, everything that you see in your future. You are worth having all of that, and you deserve it. So that's pretty much it for me. There was a quote that when I was doing my research for this training, that I read that I thought was pretty significant. And it says, I'm going to read it because it's up here and I couldn't remember it. A ship needs constant readjustment to keep it on course, but the captain knows the destination and will keep it heading in the right direction. And what that means to me is you are the captain of your course. And even though you don't know exactly where you're going to end up, and you may come across some waves and some issues, you know the direction that you're going and where you want to end up. So you are the creator of how you get there. So that's pretty much it for me. I really thank Jacob so much for letting me do this training and being here with you guys tonight. I wish everyone a blessed evening, and I'll go back through the comments and read them. I just don't want to hold you guys up. I know it's getting a little bit late. I have bedtime for my kiddos. So everybody have a great night. See ya.